I'm not the only one that watched the BBC documentary, right? I'm not the only one that watched the BBC documentary about COS scams, right? A lot because I know that a lot of us have watched it. As someone who moved from the UK to Canada as a permanent resident less than a year ago, you see this COS scam, there's no way to make sense of it. Like, it absolutely makes no sense. It is such a wicked thing to do that people, especially Africans, are doing to their fellow Africans. It's such a wicked thing to do. And the fact that it's still going on now is so heartbreaking. The reasons I did not bother myself. You see, after submitting my postgraduate, my master's project, I went to register for IELTS. I started verifying my academic credentials because I was like, this whole COS thing, I look for COS who will sponsor you, I don't want that, okay? I don't want that, okay? I want peace of mind. Why I moved abroad was for peace of mind, not to be running from one document to the other. That's one of the reasons that I decided to move to Canada. But you see these people that are actually fond of doing the COS scams thing, I hope they fish all of you out one after the other. The plain explanation of this thing is greed. Because if it's not greed, explain to me why a medical doctor who is earning well in UK standards is scamming people of thousands of pounds. I know the worst part is, it's not even that it's a job that is not that stressful. It is healthcare, and if you've done healthcare, you know that what I'm saying is the truth. I am not even mincing words. Working in healthcare is very, very difficult. It is very, very difficult. It is not for the faint-hearted. It is actually really hard, and it is physically draining. So when you're working in healthcare, it's not something that you're actually using your brain. No, you're using your strength, okay? You're lifting people up, you're giving people showers, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're giving medications, you're changing people, you're taking them on walks. It is a lot, okay? It is a whole lot. It is mentally draining. It is physically draining. When I used to do healthcare in the UK, when I come back from work, I'll be in so much pain. I've said this in my previous video. How can you justify the fact that people are desperate to stay back in the UK? So then they pay you, or they pay somebody, which is illegal. They're not supposed to pay anybody. COS is supposed to be free, but you know how it is, especially with some Africans. They'll find a way to maneuver the system, to be smart and to be wicked. So you will collect money from your fellow Africans. Not even that you have shifts to give the person. Absolutely not. You will take their money. Those that are in Africa, maybe Nigeria or Ghana or Kenya or Zambia, Zimbabwe, you bring them to the UK. And you don't have any shifts for them. How, please? Do you know how difficult it is to live in the UK? Things are so freaking expensive. The house rent, utilities, you're paying council tax, you're paying your rent, you're paying your electricity bills, your water bills, a whole lot of things that you have to pay for. And then you bring people, in fact, not bringing them, you actually collect money from people, scam them with promises of coming to the UK to come and work. Some of them even borrow money from friends and family to come to the UK, and at the end of the day you don't have any work for them. I feel that the earlier we start calling these things out, the better. I remember one time, I think it was in the UK, maybe 2023, I came to the bus. I had gone on one of my long shifts, so I was at the bus stop, and I met this girl. She's Nigerian, she's Igbo. She was looking so frustrated. I mean, I was frustrated too, but she was looking more frustrated than I was. And me, if I see a Nigerian, especially one that's looking frustrated, I would chat you up. Even currently now in Canada, it's not like if I see a Nigerian on the road in Canada, I'll start looking for how to chat you up. But even at work, if I see a Nigerian at work, if your face does not look familiar, I will be walking up to you to introduce myself. Okay. I'm going to say hi, like, my name is Gates, I'm Nigerian. Are you Nigerian? And most times they'll be Nigerian. So I saw the girl and she was Nigerian, and then we had a chat. I spoke to her and she told me about her ordeal, how she was brought to the UK. She did not have any shifts. I don't think I have her number now, which is so sad anyway. She had no shift. They brought her to the UK with promises of, she paid first of all to come to the UK, and then they brought her to the UK with promises of giving her a shift and all of that, giving her a job. And when she came, she didn't have any job. And do you know what is so dangerous about coming to the UK without this fake COS where you're not working? When you come with that fake COS, you have to work full time for the company that sponsored you, and you're only allowed to do 20 hours in another company or another organization or something. So now your organization that's supposed to give you your 40 hours or 37.5 hours, they don't have it because it's a scam. They don't have it. They've collected your money. They don't have it to give you. Now you have to look for a place that will give you 20 hours. And most people don't want to give you 20 hours when they have people that can do longer shifts, that can do 40 hours. Why would they give you 20 hours? So people are stranded. People come to the UK with their family. They are stranded. How can they even survive on 20 hours? That is not even see. And then I'm hearing people are paying 13,000, 10,000, 8,000 pounds for sponsorship. How does this even make any sense? How is this even fair? People are selling their properties and you don't even care. Like you don't even care at all. It's none of your business. You're just interested in getting the money. This thing is greed. The only explanation is greed. Most of the people that are into the COS scams, they actually have stable jobs. They do have very stable jobs, but that's not enough for them. They have to still collect from other people. It's giving Nigerian politicians at this time, okay? It's giving thieves. You have a stable job, but you're so greedy. How can you be a medical doctor and you're still collecting money from people, scamming them? And now I put the medical doctor guy is going all around Twitter and Facebook, like saying, "Oh, you're going to sue the BBC, you're going to sue for there, you're going to sue the BBC, you're going to sue who? Whose voice do we hear? Who was that? Who? It makes people blaming the victim. Oh, why did you pay? First of all, some people in Nigeria do not even know that you don't have to pay, okay? Because this thing is so glorified that we don't know that COS is free. You're not supposed to pay for it. If a company is sponsoring, they're supposed to sponsor you for free. They're not supposed to collect 12,000 pounds from you. So how are you blaming people back in Africa? That, oh, why did you pay? Why did you pay? People are desperate to leave, okay? And then you're presenting a juicy opportunity. You're going to work, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you take care of your family and friends, you'll be a billionaire, you'll do this, you'll do that. People are enticed by these opportunities, and it's not like they're coming to pick money on the streets. Absolutely not. They think that they're going to work to pay back the debts that they've gotten back home from maybe borrowing money from family and friends, selling their properties or something, borrowing from their parents. So they've gotten they're in debt basically, and they want to pay it back. So you present them an opportunity to work in the UK. They've calculated it's £1 equals to 2,000 naira. Right? £1 is 2,000 naira, right? Yeah, £1 equals to 2,000 naira, and they're like, oh, if I work this amount of time, before 6 months, I will pay back. And now you don't have any shifts for them. Oh my God. People, if you know anybody that's experienced the COS scam, you will know I'm talking. You know that what I'm saying is the truth. How painful it is seeing people actually struggling after packing up their lives to move to the UK. When is this going? When is this nonsense going to? Time for victim blaming, saying, "Oh, you should have done your due diligence. You should have done your due diligence." Some of these people did. The doctor on social media, the one that scammed people of a whole lot of money, he's a popular figure on the internet, okay? He has a sizable amount of followers. He seems credible. One of the victims said he checked the doctor on the medical register and found his name there. So he's actually like a licensed doctor, not a quack. So, it's easy to trust this kind of person. I have a lot to say about this topic, and my happiness is that they're calling these people out, because this nonsense has to stop, okay? This nonsense has to stop. First of all, COS is not supposed to be sold. COS means certificate of sponsorship. And we need to even talk about all of those people that, for instance, now a home or whatever is selling COS for 6k, and then you know about it, you now add 4k and be like, oh, buy COS 10k, and then you have your own cut from the COS 4k. unite it and buy Benz. Or you see, eh, you're not exempted though. If you are that kind of person that sells cost to people, like, and add money to sell cost to people. Sometimes even say cost. A COS for somebody that they are not asking for money, you ask for money. If you are that kind of person, your days are numbered. They'll come for all of you, one after the other. The pain and torture that you are putting people through in the UK, you know how hard it is in the UK, you know how hard working in here is, you know how hard surviving in the UK without money is, you know that people are desperate, people are selling their properties, things that they've owned for life, family. They're selling everything to start from scratch in the UK. You're doing this kind of thing to them. Your days are numbered. Your judgment day is coming. Okay, it will come. It will come like the others. And I'm happy people are talking about it now. People are actually talking about it. I saw a Facebook friend's post today actually, and she said when she did her IT, her internship in a psychiatric hospital, she saw a Nigerian man that was in that hospital because of a COS scam. So because of a COS scam and everything that happened to him and all the money he lost, he is in a psychiatric hospital. How are you people sleeping at night? How? How are you sleeping at night? It doesn't make any sense to me. This is wickedness in the highest level. And I hope that the perpetrators of this evil are brought to book. They will continue finding all of you. People will be reporting. People are not afraid anymore. They will be opening their mouth to report you. In fact, if you scam somebody, a person comes to the UK, does not have any job, and the person eventually finds something, I hope they report all of you, one after the other. Because this wickedness, it has to stop now. It has to stop. It does not make any sense. Anyway, if you've had any COS story, please let me know in the comment section. What I would say is be careful, make plans. If you make plans, figure out what you want to do. For me, before I moved to the UK, I knew that I did not want to stay in the UK. Like, I was sure that I did not want to stay in the UK. I knew that I was going to leave. And when I moved to the UK, I was thinking that I'll change my mind, but my mind was, I did not change any mind, especially the whole cost. When I started hearing about the COS thing and seeing how it's done, I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. I will not be a part of this. I'm not going to apply for any job that will sponsor me. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in applying for any job that will sponsor me. I need to sponsor myself away from this place, okay? For me, it was not even about, I didn't want to get a COS. It's that I did not want my job to be tied to anybody that would, because I know how most of this, especially when it's maybe in healthcare or something, and then you're working for an African employer. I know how they can be sometimes. They can be like, if you don't do this, you do this. They'll start threatening you. I've had situations where African employers are threatening their members of staff because of COS, and I'm like, you know what? My stay will be tied to you. Absolutely not. And then I have to do the job for 5 years. Absolutely not. What if I don't like the job? And I've done that particular job before and I did not like it. It was so stressful. It was so difficult and so stressful. And I have to be stuck with one employer for 5 years. The employer can be moving, and start threatening me, saying, I brought you here. If you do this, I'm going to remove you from the sponsorship. I'm going to do this. Nah, absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. So I'll say, if you're a student in the UK, make your plans. Like, what are you going to do before you even come to the UK? Make your plans. Are you going to try to get a job that would sponsor you? Are you going to try to leave the UK? What are you going to try? What are you going to do? If you need to get a job that will sponsor you, what job are you looking for? Are you looking to get? Do you have the skills required? Are you going to start taking learning the skills? Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to attend the events, networking? Are you reaching out to recruiters? Are you trying to apply for internships? Have you joined organizations like the Bright Network, 10K Black Interns? Like, what exactly are you doing? So you would have a plan. Do you want to get a sponsorship with a care home? Have you found the care home yet? Are you looking? Are you you need to start making plans, okay? For me, like I said, I already knew that I did not want this at all. Like, my UK visa is still remaining. It's going to expire soon, but I still have a valid UK visa. It did not matter. It did not matter to me at all. I just said I was not going to be a part of this. I'm not going to do this, and I'm leaving immediately. So what I'm trying to say is, make sure you make a plan. Make sure you make a detailed plan, especially when you're coming to the UK. If you're a student, just make sure you know what you're doing, okay? Make sure you have a plan. Let me talk Obinze's mother in Americana. Have a plan, okay? Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. By the time you'll be seeing this video, it will be April, so happy new month. Thank you for watching.